So I'm not vlogging about today's Alabama game simply because it's not much of a game. Before the first quarter was over, Alabama was up by multiple touchdowns, so it's just a lemon game or a squash game. So the Alabama game is pretty much over. It's 34-3 in the fourth right now. We have second and third stringers in, so no big deal. The bigger game of the day is Auburn and Clemson, which will be on in about an hour. I just saw some video of Hurricane Irma, the outer bands of Irma, not the actual hurricane itself, hitting, down in Florida, and it's looking pretty bad. Saw a video from the Bahamas after the hurricane hit where the water had receded a long ways off, and there were guys out walking in the sand where it used to be beach. So the storm's pretty bad.
Look at the cones. All the four cones. Slide talking down. This is my next forum or whatever.
It won't get here to Montgomery, Alabama until around Tuesday. So we might see some outer bands on Monday, but really Tuesday is when they say it'll get here. It is Monday now, and it has been raining non-stop for a long time. So she's here. Alabama won with an impressive showing. It was a good game. We're gonna catch the Auburn-Clemson game, which is already started, but first we had to get something to eat. Had to come to Moe's. I love their queso dip here. Their queso dip is amazing. We're in need of some last minute supplies before Hurricane Irma gets here beginning of the week. So where else? I go to my local Walmart. Still missing the Auburn game, unfortunately, but I'll get there soon enough. Having the right essentials to be prepared for a power outage or bad weather is more important right now when I can catch the end of the game. At Walmart getting supplies to prepare for the hurricane. It was unbelievable the amount of people from Florida who are here to get away from it. And it just makes you think these people had to stop their lives, pack up, and bring families, pets, all that, anything of value to them from their homes to another city to post up in a hotel or a friend's house or a family's house or whatever, and to ride out the storm. What about the people who, because if something happened to me right now, I wouldn't have the money to go rent $150, $200 a night hotel room for 3, 4, or 5 nights. I couldn't do it, so I would be stuck. So what happens to those people left behind? All I can say is I'll be praying for all of you who are riding out the storm. I'll be praying for all of you. Just an update. Good luck. College football was successful today. Alabama blew out Fresno State. And Auburn lost to Clemson. So if you're not from Alabama, Alabama and Auburn is the biggest rivalry. And when you come to Alabama, the first thing you're asked is, who do you go for? Meaning, are you an Alabama fan or an Auburn fan? Well, Auburn lost, Alabama won, which I am an Alabama fan. And Oklahoma beat Ohio State, and I really don't like Urban Meyer at Ohio State. That makes for a good day for college football. I guess it's getting late. It's about 9:30 Central Time. But I guess I'm going to give my dog a bath now.
Next morning.
Today I am visiting with my in-laws. He has a great piece of property. He also owns a tire shop. I have to fix a tire and do a little visiting. I'm gonna take the Phantom up in a little bit and get some good shots of his pond in his front yard. I'm gonna give my Phantom its first good test today. The Hurricane IRMA, where some of the outer bands of wind have reached us, so it's very, very windy out today. And now I'm gonna take it up and see how it does. I wouldn't go for a swim in that. This is really a tranquil scene. Nobody talking, just listening to the wind and the crickets, the water splashing. I mentioned that he has his own mechanic shop out in his front yard, but he also dabbles in like junkyard stuff. So he has an enormous amount of cars around the pond. It's all around the pond, and there's a area up on top of the hill that I'll get up to where he keeps a lot of junkyard cars. In fact, one of my own very cars is up there, and that's his shop there, where he does just about anything from replacing engines to small work, oil changes, etc. In-laws, and now we're in Prattville. We're gonna get us some Chinese food. at the King Buffet. Finished eating. I don't know if there's anything else interesting going on today. I know we're visiting some family now, not the in-laws, but my wife's brothers. That's where we are. So it's about 60 degrees out and it's very, very windy. And it's coming from Hurricane Irma's outer bands. We just got the message that they're closing the schools for the next 2 days because of the bad weather. So hopefully everything will go all right. I know it's already hitting in Florida, and hopefully everybody's safe down there. I have seen different reports from different places where people are taking the storm seriously and some people are not taking it seriously. People are saying they hear so much that they can't take it seriously. What do you think, Mrs. Hippo? Should we take it seriously or no? The way that Hippo just randomly saw it on the side of the road outside of a dentistry and pediatric office, sitting there on the bench just out front of this office. And there's a zebra getting its teeth brushed by, looks like a green monkey. And on their road sign is a parrot brushing the teeth of an alligator. They certainly did go all out with the children's theme and the animal. On a serious note though, I have seen, like I said a minute ago, people who are taking the storm seriously and people who say it's nothing. And I don't think that any storm should be taken lightly, because you never know what it can do. It may not do anything, or it may trash a place, and you just don't know what's going to happen. As the outskirts of Irma rears her ugly head, check out that sky. The dark clouds rolling over from outside of Irma, and the sun going down there right on the horizon. This right here is the street lamp, not the moon, but that's just beautiful. Just beautiful. And with that sunset in the background, I am gonna say that I'm calling today's vlog over. Everybody have a good night and stay safe. like, and subscribe.